welcome to Dead Money Sports right here in the gambling parlor. It's the early line show for the NFL Wildcard weekend. Can you believe we are already into the playoffs? It is 2026 and we have got NFL playoff football all lined up. It's been an interesting last couple of days. If you watch the conclusion of the Sunday night football between the Ravens and the Steelers, I mean, what a way for the final game of the regular season and the game determining the AFC North champion, final participant in the playoffs to be decided. What looked like what could have been a potential game-winning field goal for the Ravens doesn't hit the mark, goes off to the right, and the Pittsburgh Steelers survive what was a back and forth final few minutes of that game as each team kept hitting those big shots to take the lead in that game. So now we've got our complete schedule for the wild card weekend. We also have college football preceding or just before the wild card weekend starts. We've got one game on Thursday, one game on Friday, the two remaining games in the college football playoff. So exciting football all the way around coming up this week. But certainly looking forward to these wild card matchups here in the NFL. And we've got the early line show here. So let's go ahead and pull up the schedule, or pull up the scores here. Take a look at each one of these games going forward. And the first matchup on Saturday, as we've got games Saturday, Sunday, and then the final game on Monday. The first game on Saturday is the Los Angeles Rams going to Carolina to take on the Panthers. This is a spot where the Carolina Panthers were actually able to get the victory in this game just about 5 weeks ago in Carolina. Now they are once again big home dogs up against this juggernaut of a Los Angeles Rams team. But the Los Angeles Rams there's some cracks in the armor, particularly on special teams, to the point where Sean McVay actually fired his special teams coach earlier this year after their multiple times that the special teams cost them games, including, if you remember, way back in the beginning of the year when that field goal was blocked by the Eagles. I think this is going to be an interesting matchup to start the playoffs. I don't think the Rams are going to be able to roll over Carolina the way some people are predicting. I actually think this is going to be a back and forth battle. I think both offenses will be able to score. I think Carolina's ability to run, protect the quarterback, and their multiple wide receivers is going to give them opportunities to score on the Rams. And obviously the Rams, with their potential MVP quarterback in Matthew Stafford, offensive player of the year potentially in Puka Nacua, you get Adams back. You have your running game going. Offensive line, if they get back the guys that they were missing last week, will definitely be an upgrade for them. Meanwhile, the defense has been outstanding for most part throughout the season, but their special teams is where I think they could have a few potential hiccups that could give the Carolina Panthers short fields, maybe cost the Rams some points, give Carolina an opportunity to score, keeping them in this game. Although I do think the Rams will win this game. I have the Rams money line, but I like Carolina plus the 10. And because I do think this is going to be closer than most people predict. I think it could actually come down to whoever has the ball last winning this game. But I do think it's going to be the Rams. Maybe their defense makes one stand at the end of the game that gives them the victory. But I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means. I do have the over 46.5 as well. As I said, I do believe both offenses will be able to score in this game and put up plenty of points. So I think we're going to start the week off with a high-scoring game. It's going to be competitive all the way through. So again, I like the over 46.5, and I also like Carolina plus the 10, but I like Los Angeles to win the game. The second game on Saturday is the Green Bay Packers going up to Chicago to take on the Bears. These teams are division rivals. They have a long history together, and they've played twice this year and split those games, each team winning at home. Packers won in Lambeau on a interception in the end zone, a Caleb Williams interception in the end zone that could have potentially tied the game. And then Chicago winning in Chicago was the comeback of all comebacks, as they were down big in the final few minutes of that game, scored, had to recover an onside kick, and then score again just to get that game to overtime, where they were eventually able to win against a battered Green Bay team. I don't think they're going to have that same opportunity. I think Chicago was very fortunate in that game. I do believe Green Bay is going to win. It is right now. It is a pick. You can find ones, but I said Green Bay money line. Just give me the money line, or whichever one it has the less juice. But it should be the same. But I like Green Bay to win this game. I think Jordan Love being back, he's played well all year. Josh Jacobs being able to rest his banged up knee. Some of the other key players, Christian Watson, all the guys that were really banged up that needed this time. Are they going to get back to some of their offensive linemen that were injured? I think so. Meanwhile, Chicago has played well. Their offense is very efficient. They've got something figured out, but they don't have all of it figured out just yet. And you've seen that in their last two games where they were really struggling to score, and even their head coach was upset with the performance by his offense at the end of that game against the Lions. And that's a Lions team that had a depleted defense that Chicago could not really do much against. So I do like Green Bay on the money line. I also like the under 47.5, as these are two teams I think they're methodical. Green Bay starts off slowly. Chicago likes to run the ball to begin the game. They like to chew clock. They're going to try to work the ball down the field. They may take a deep shot here or there, but for the most part, they try to matriculate the ball down the field. Same thing, Green Bay does have a more prolific, deep passing game, but they start games out slowly as well. The weather could be a factor, as it is in Chicago in January, so it's going to at least be cold. There could be potential for inclement weather, and we've already seen this line dropping dramatically. It opened yesterday at 47.5. It is all the way down to 45.5. I mean, I really like the under at 47.5, but now we're staring down a much worse number here. It says open 46.5. That's not true, because I saw it at 47.5 yesterday. I definitely like the money line better now that this line has dropped that 2 points. But I still like the under, as this has got 20-17, 21-17. It's got I don't expect this to be a high-scoring game. This just has the potential for a low-scoring game. I know Chicago's defense hasn't been the best. They don't really get much. They don't sack the quarterback or get pressure on the quarterback, which bodes well for Jordan Love and the Green Bay offense. If you can find the best number you can get, I like the under if it's 46. I wouldn't go much below that, though, now that it's dropped significantly. But it was 47.5, so you can see they jumped all over that under right away. We'll definitely circle back to that one on the lines release show, the live show. But as of it stands right now, I'm more confident in the Green Bay on the money line right now. Then we've got 3 games on Sunday. First game is a great matchup. We've got the Buffalo Bills, who are in the wild card, going to Jacksonville to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now this has got the Buffalo Bills have been struggling. They did rest a bunch of their players going into the week 18, including Josh Allen. Meanwhile, the Jacksonville Jaguars played all their starters, had a convincing win, a no sweat win in their final game. Really turned it up a notch against the was it the Titans. They really showed out on that game. But I like the over 50.5 in this game. That's where I'm really leaning, is the over. And what is it now? It's already gone up too to 51.5. So these numbers are climbing already. I should have done the early line show yesterday, because these are the numbers I had yesterday morning or yesterday afternoon. But I do like the over still, as I do think both teams are going to score. This is going to be a back and forth battle. I originally liked Jacksonville on the money line here. They've just been playing so well recently, and Buffalo's they've been limping into the playoffs a little bit, and obviously having to sit a bunch of players in week 18 to get them healthy is never a good thing, because you want your guys, playing at their best. But obviously the rest was needed by Buffalo. I think a lot of people are going to be on Buffalo, because with, now Lamar Jackson's out with the way the game shook out on Sunday Night Football. No Patrick Mahomes, no Joe Burrow. Everybody's going to say this is Buffalo's window of opportunity here. Can their defense stop this prolific Jaguars offense? Hmm. You know what? I'm going to make a change. I'm going to take Buffalo. Where's the line at now? It's minus. You can find -1. Just give me Buffalo money line. But I actually like the over 50.5, 51, 51.5. If it gets any higher than, say, 52, I wouldn't go much higher than that. But where it stands right now, I still like the over. As I think this is going to be a shootout. I think both teams, they're in Jacksonville. As long as there's no rain, it's not going to be cold. The weather should be fine. As long as there's no wind there, which that stadium is not known for being a real windy vortex area. I think both teams are going to be able to move the ball up and down the field. I think we could actually see maybe even some defensive scores or non-offensive scores, or turnovers that set up short fields for both of these offenses. So give me the over 50.5, and I'll take Buffalo money line. Then our second game of the day is the San Francisco 49ers going out to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. The Eagles have, oh man, this line has been on the move too. It was -2.5, total at 46.5. I liked Philly at -2.5. I still like them. I think they're going to win this game, but 4.5, that seems like an awful lot. I might just use Philly in a money line parlay with Green Bay. Put those two together. Or maybe even, well, it depends on what the Rams number is. Maybe I'll tease them down or something. But I like Philly. I think Philly's going to win this game. But this line has moved dramatically. It was -2.5 to open. It's already gone all the way up to 4.5. Let's wait and see if there's any buyback on San Francisco to drive this number back down in Philadelphia's direction. But as it stands right now, I think it's more of a money line parlay candidate, because San Francisco could certainly, keep it within 3 or 4 points here. But I just think Philadelphia is just a better team. Their defense is phenomenal. Their secondary, they've got great corners. San Francisco suffering more injuries. I think that's probably why people have jumped all over that early number for Philly. They got more injuries now. They lost another guy on defense, and we may not see Pearsall. Williams is a question mark. He's not practicing yet. Meanwhile, Philadelphia rested a bunch of their starters in Week 18 and are going to be coming in fresh or fresher anyway. Let's see if they get back any of their guys. But I just think their ability to stop the run with those two big guys they've got inside for Philly is really going to be difficult for San Francisco. George Kittle's banged up. Again, the secondary with Mitchell and Cooper DeJean are just lights out. They've been playing well all year, and I think Philadelphia's receivers will really be able to take advantage of this banged up San Francisco secondary. So I do like Philadelphia on the money line. I didn't take a side on the total in this one. It's down to 46. It was 40. It opened at 40. You're seeing 46s and a half, 46s. I'm sorry, it's gone. Well, now it's down to 44 and a half, 45. I was looking at the wrong line there. It was 46 and a half, so people are betting the under, expecting this to be a low-scoring game. I'm going to take the over. What's the best number we can get here? 44 and a half. Give me the over 44 and a half in the San Francisco-Philadelphia matchup. And again, I like Philadelphia on the money line, parlayed with Green Bay on the money line. And then the final game on Sunday is the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the New England Patriots. Patriots got the win, but so did Denver, so they didn't get the number one seed, so now they get to play the Chargers, who rested a bunch of their starters, including Justin Herbert, in Week 18. They are 3.5-point favorites at home in Foxborough. Total was 45.5. What is it now? It's at 46. I actually like the under in this game. So go ahead and give me the under 46. Is there any 40? Yeah, there is 46.5. So give me the under 46.5. And I like the Los Angeles Chargers plus the 3.5, and I would sprinkle the money line on that one as well, as I think the Chargers have a real chance to win this game outright. Their defense is really good for the Chargers. Not a lot of people are talking about how well their defense has been all year. And if Justin Herbert is healthy and feeling right, and they get back their running backs, I mean, the offensive line has been bad, but the New England Patriots defense has not been good against the run all year. So if this Los Angeles Chargers defense can show up and shut down Drake May, don't let him use his legs to get them out of trouble. Force them to have to throw the ball from the pocket. Don't let them scramble and try to contain these New England receivers that have had a decent year. I think they can win this game. I really do. This is the upset. This is my upset pick of the week. I like the Los Angeles Chargers plus the 3.5 and on the money line. I'll definitely have money on both of those. And I also like the under 46.5 in this game. The final matchup on Monday is the Houston Texans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh with that dramatic win on the missed field goal on Sunday Night Football. Houston was able to get the victory against the Colts, but Jaguars also won, so they weren't able to win the division. But Houston's defense has been playing well most of the year, but over the last few weeks, they've struggled against the run. We saw Vegas run the ball on them with Austin Gentry and their putrid offensive line. We saw the Colts move the ball up and down the field on them last week. Not exactly sure why they've been struggling so much on defense, but they've been getting it done offensively and keeping this team in the games, even with the defense struggling over the last couple of weeks. I like the under 39.5. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. Both defenses will come to play. They're going to probably create turnovers. I'm sure we're going to see more than one turnover by both sides on offense, as it's just the way these teams play football. They do give up big shot plays from time to time, but overall, they usually play a type of defense where they don't give up big plays, make the offense earn it, and try to force them into mistakes. So I really like the under 39.5 in this game. And then I'm going to go with Houston. I'd like to get it under 3. It's sitting at 3.5 is the consensus. I don't know if we're going to get that, because if you look at the betting right now, 74% of the tickets and 66% of the money are coming in on Houston. So I would rather do like a money line parlay, maybe parlay them with Philly as well. Give me Houston on the money line, and give me Philly on the money line. Put those two together and get it to a plus number. I think that's going to be the strategy, is to maybe do a money line parlay with the two teams I think are going to win. But I think the lines, like this game between Houston and Pittsburgh, could end on 3 or less, as we saw with the game the other night. And Philly could certainly win that game by 3 or less. And as we've seen, the number was originally 2.5. It's now moved all the way up to 4.5 for Philly. So I like Houston money line. If you can get it under 3, I'll take Houston under, minus 2.5. And then I really like the under 39.5 in this game. These are going to be some phenomenal matchups. We will be live streaming right here on YouTube during each day during the playoffs. We'll be here for the Green Bay Chicago game live right here on YouTube. We'll be here for the Los Angeles Chargers New England game live on YouTube. And then on Monday night, we're going to be live streaming for the Houston Pittsburgh game. So be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, notification bell, so you know when we go live and when all the other videos are released here on Dead Money Sports. But that is it. That is the conclusion of the Wildcard Weekend Early Line Show here on Dead Money Sports. Thank you to everybody out there. Take care of yourselves.